That's on our Power Rankings video coming your way. This one's post week 8. So yeah, let's get this video started. Number 32, still the Carolina Panthers. They're 1-6 now. Kept them 32 from last week. They lost. Um, they lost big to where's their score on here? To the 28-14 to Broncos. So yeah, Panthers are a bad team. Like, that's nothing new. Bryce Young did play. He didn't do much, but also two of his top weapons were out, so that doesn't help either. But yeah, looks like Panthers have a decent chance of having number one overall pick again. But hey, at least if they do it this year, they have it. It isn't the Bears pick this time. But yeah. Either way, number 31 got the Tennessee Titans. They're 1-6 now. Kept them at 31 from last week. They lost. They got demolished, 52-14 by the Lions. That's pretty much that's just what you've seen in the games where you have one complete team, the Lions, versus a team that's pretty much trying to tank, like in the Titans. Like they traded DeAndre Hopkins. It's like, yeah, Titans are just bad. Levis just not looking that good. Their defense got torched. Like they gave up. David Montgomery even threw a passing touchdown. So yeah, and they gave up I think over 200 return yards to Cleve Raymond as well. So yeah, number 30, get the Las Vegas. All right, as the number 13-6 now. I moved them down one spot from 29 last week. They lost to the Chiefs 27-20. So close game. It's just like if the Patriots hadn't won this week, Raiders probably still be at 29. I mean, or maybe above the Giants. But yeah, it's just Patriots won, so I felt like they deserved to move up a couple spots. You know, and Raiders they lost. So yeah, like Tonio Pierce is not that good of a head coach. Like, yeah, this isn't. So yeah, number 29, get the New York Giants. They're 2-6 now. Moved them down from 27 last week. They lost to the Steelers 26-18 on Monday Night Football. So yeah, they lost. Like it was they could have like the last drive Jones overthrew and they got through a pick. Then the second last drive, they got a good field position because the Steelers fumbled it. But then T.J. Watt did T.J. Watt things and forced the fumble. So yeah, that was kind of close. Just like Giants went to probably the worst 2-point conversion attempt I've ever seen. Just like so they had one wide receiver out left, and then they had like three or four linemen in front of them. They snapped it. The lineman didn't move. Then Alex Highsmith just went right through him and got to the guy. Like Highsmith didn't even get blocked. Just like if you don't do that, lineman, you better maybe block for your guy. So yeah, number 28 got the New England Patriots. They're 2-6 now. Moved them up from 30 last week. Got the first win since week 1 over the Jets. So good on them. They won 25-22. So yeah, good one there. Beat a Jets team that should be good. Like Jets are failing to meet expectations. So we'll see. But, we'll see. Drake may end up playing this upcoming week. He is dealing with concussion. So we'll see. Depending on how bad a concussion is, he might or not miss a game or two. I don't know if he's had. I know he hasn't had a concussion in the NFL yet because he's his rookie. But I don't know. I don't know if he had any in college or not. The more concussions you get, the worse they get. But we'll see. The Red Patriots good on getting a win. Number 27 got the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're 2-6 now. Moved them down from 24 last week. They lost to the Packers on the last second game-winning field goal, 30-27. So I'll talk about a little more later. But yeah, Packers have won back-to-back weeks on last second game-winning field goals. I can't. That feels weird saying they have a good kicker, especially when I watched them as a Vikings fan when they put Vikings earlier this year and they missed two easy kicks in the first half. But yeah, either way, Jaguars are just not that good team. Kristen Kirk's now done for the year. We'll see if Brian Thomas Jr. ends up playing this week. Even if Thomas does play this week, their offense is not that good, and they just lost one of their wide receivers. So yeah, Jags are struggling. Their season's over at this point. Number 26, we got the New Orleans Saints. They're 2-6 now. I kept them at 26 from last week. They lost to the Chargers 26-8. I consider moving them down. It's just I thought some of the teams that are behind them did worse. slash I think they'll do. I don't think they'll be. I don't think they'll be living up to that hype they got from the first two games of their season. But I feel like with Derek Carr coming back from his injury, hopefully this week, that will help them a little bit. I just don't think it's gonna help them enough to move them up a lot, especially with the loss. 2-6 is gonna be tough to come back from, especially yeah, especially since the Chiefs still done for the year. Olave came back, but yeah, so we'll see. Either way, Saints are struggling. So yeah, that's it for this side. Let's go to the next one. 25 through 16. Number 25, I got the Cleveland Browns. They're 2-6 now, with them up from 28 last week. They beat the Ravens 29-24. Jameis Winston looked good. He threw for more yards than in one game than Sean Watson has in his whole Browns career, like in one game, in one start for the Browns. Against a good team in the Ravens, but you got to win. It's just I don't. You're still dealing with a lot of injuries, so that's why I didn't move them up a lot. But still be a good team. I just think it's too late for them, and their season's kind of over. But hey, you won. That's what matters. So yeah. Number 24, got the Miami Dolphins. They're 2-5 now. I moved them up from 25 last week. They lost to the Cardinals 28-27. I think that was the last. I think that was the last second field goal as well. Let me look here. Scoring. So yeah, they lost on the last second 34-yard field goal. So yeah, it's a close game. Tua's comeback game got spoiled by the Cardinals, so that sucks. But the reason I moved them, still kept them up, is just because I feel like with Tua coming back just another week and just get a little more healthy, because they are dealing with some other injuries, that they'll do a little better. It's just we'll see. It's just, but yeah, like what I feel like with Tua now back, Tyreek and Waddle should be better. Ever since Tua went down, they've been struggling. We'll see how they do, because I think they played I think they played the Bills this week. So yeah, and they got demolished week 2, and that was the team that Tua got his concussion against this year. So we'll see how it goes. They'll more likely we'll see if they win or not, but at least hopefully hope Tua doesn't get injured. But if you lose again, that might be a season. Your season might be over. So yeah, we'll see. Number 23, got the same for the same division. Got the New York Jets. They're 2-6 now. I moved them down from 19 last week. They lost to the Patriots without who didn't have Drake May for part of the game because he was down with concussion. You got Hassan Reddick back, but your defense still did not do that good against Jacoby Brissett, who has not been good at all this year. Like Brissett's a decent bridge guy, but like he's not a guy you should be giving up doing that much to. So yeah, Patriots terrible line. Like you should have a good pass rush that should have torched their offense. Either way, you lost. Like when I said when you fired Robert Saleh, he wasn't the problem. Your offense, your play caller is the problem. And you're so yeah, we'll see. Number 22, got the LA Chargers. They're 4-3 now. Moved them up one spot from 23 last week. They beat the Saints, like I said earlier, 26-8. So good on them getting the win. Yeah, still, they're still getting a little more healthy. Robin's aren't great, but you still got to win. Even once against another injury riddled team in the Saints, you still got to win. That's what matters most. So, all right, good day, you're gonna win. Got a winning record. See if you end up making playoffs in the year, but like they haven't. The Chargers and Broncos haven't faced the greatest competition so far, like their wins, but they still both have winning records, which is still good. Which is at least for the Broncos is a lot. Like 5-3 is a lot more than anybody thought they would have coming into the year. Chargers, I feel like 4-3 is probably around where some people had them, just because they felt like Harbaugh probably be able to coach them up a little bit, because everybody thought, well, can't be any worse than Salah. I mean, no, excuse Staley. So, but yeah, no way good in the Chargers. Number 21, got the Indianapolis Colts. They're 4-4 now. Moved them down from 18 last week. They lost to the Texans 23-20. So another close game. There's a lot of there was either like close games or like blowouts. Like there wasn't really many 2-score games, but there was a lot of 1-score games. So yeah, but hey, either way, good you lost, so sucks, but it's close loss, but also sucks as a division rival, so that's gonna hurt later on season. If I don't think they'll win the division. Anthony Richardson's not looking that good, but yeah, number 20 got the Arizona Cardinals. They're 4-4 now, with them up one spot from 21 last week. They beat Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins in his comeback game on last second game with a field goal. So good on you guys. Yeah, you gotta win. You're at 500. Like even with the Niners winning again this week, like this division's up in the air. Like the Niners are 4-4, the Rams are 3-4, the Cardinals are 4-4, Seahawks are 4-4. Like this division's really close. Like it's literally nobody has above 500 record right now. They're all at 500 or below it. And the team that's below it, the Rams, are only one game below it now, and Rams are getting more healthy. So yeah, like this division, like we'll see if the Niners can bounce, start getting more healthy and do better. But either way, this division is gonna be close. It should be close at the end of the year. But yeah, got the Cardinals going to win. Number 19, got their division rival, got the Seattle Seahawks. They're 4-4 now. Moved them down from 15 last week. They got blown out 31-10 by the Bills. Like last week, they were at 20. So I moved them up 20-15, I think, last week. Just because they blew out the Buccaneer Falcons. Who did they faced? Sorry guys, give me a second here. So yeah, they blew out 34-14 the Falcons. So that's why but now they just got blown out by the Bills. So if it was a close game, I probably would move them down 4 spots. But yeah, big blowout loss. So yeah, Seahawks are struggling. We'll see how they do. Hopefully DK Metcalf comes back this upcoming week for them, but we'll see. Number 18 got the Dallas Cowboys. They're 3-4 now. Moved them down from 17 last week. So yeah, they lost to the Niners. Like if you just look at the final score, you think it's a close game, but it really wasn't. It's just Cowboys do what they do best and get points in garbage time. Seems like the Cowboys always do that in a lot of games. But yeah, either way, you lost to a Niners team that's getting a little more healthy. And like I didn't think teams that were close behind them did good enough to move up in front of them, so I didn't. So yeah, that's where I had the Cowboys only moving down 1 spot. Number 17 got the Denver Broncos 5-3. Now I moved them up to 20 last week. They got another win this week. They even if it was against a bad team, they beat the Panthers 28-14. Yes, it was against a bad Panthers team, but it's just like I feel like it was time I gave the Broncos a little more credit just because they are 5-3. Even if it wasn't against the greatest competition, like for the I don't think anybody had the Broncos going 5-3 the start the year. But yeah, got a new game to win. We'll see how you do this week. You do face the Ravens, but hey, you never know. The Ravens have lost some games they should have won this year, so we'll see. Number 16, got a team get a little more healthy. You got the LA Rams. They're 3-4 now. Won them up from 22 last week. They beat the Vikings on Thursday Night Football 30-20. Like it probably they got a safety near the end of the game. They make it a 10-point win. But yeah, like you got the Rams got lucky. Like it was an obvious face mask penalty on that safety by them that didn't get called. That would have given Vikings on back first down at 15 yards. So yeah, but hey, they're getting a lot more healthy. That's partially why I don't want so much. Because usually you don't really see that far big a movement this late in the season. But I just felt like them getting more healthy to start to get move up. Because like Puka Nacua had a good game, Cup had a good game. You're just getting more healthy, which is what you needed. And with that win, you're keeping yourself in the playoff race. Versus if you lost, and with them win, it sounds like they aren't considering trading Cooper Cup anymore. So because they're rumors going around, but John McVay came out and said no. So yeah, right good, and you guys going to win. So that's the next side. 15 through 6. 15, you got the Cincinnati Bengals. So yeah, they're 3-5 now. Moved them down from 13 last week. They lost to the Eagles this week. How was 37-17. So they got blown out. It's just I still counting on their offense to do better just to help their defense. just because he didn't have T Higgins this week because he got injured in practice and he's missed a lot of games. So yeah, just they're doing tough. They just are. Like they got bounced back soon. It's just their defense is so bad. They got to count out for it, and they should get a win this week. They face the Raiders. Like if they lose this week, they'll move them down a lot probably. Just because if they lost their bad Raiders team with a chance more like if they lose their season's more likely than not than over. Like you can't expect to win 7 your final 8 games. So yeah. Number 14, got the Tampa Bay Bucks. They're 4-4 now. Moved them. I kept them at 14 from last week. They lost to the Falcons 31-26. Just seems like Kirk Cousins seems to do great against the Bucks this year. Like he's thrown, I think, at least 8 total touchdowns again on this year. So yeah, like Kirk against the Bucks, not a good matchup for Bucks. So you hopefully, if you're a Bucks fan, you're hoping the Bucks don't have to face the Falcons in the playoffs. It could happen. But either way, if they don't face each other in the playoffs, Bucks are done facing Falcons. They already had their 2 division matchups. So yeah, either way, you lost. I just didn't think he was worthy moving them down. Like it's so many teams around them lost as well. So yeah, number 13 got the Chicago Bears and 4-3 now. Put them down from 12 last week. They lost in the last second Hail Mary to the Commanders, a good Commanders team. So yeah, just tough. Like yeah, but hey, you barely lost. Like your defense is still looking. Your defense did great. Your offense struggled. Like I don't know why you're handing it to your backup center at the fullback position on fourth that from the one, and then he fumbles it. Like why are you doing that? Like I get it. Like you just have Richard Perry, so you're like, oh, head into big guy, see what he can do. But still, he's not like no. But either way, you lost. But since it was a close loss against a good team, I didn't move them down too much. Yeah, number 12, we get the Atlanta Falcons. They won this week. Like I said, they beat the Bucks earlier. Kirk Cousins did a great game again. So good guys going to win. You're, see, so yeah, you're in the lead. You're division lead, which isn't really saying so much, just because it seems like the NFC Snell's kind of falling apart this year. But also Panthers, everybody knows Panthers are going to be good. But yeah, all right, good on yourselves. Now you got the tiebreaker over the Bucks if it comes out at the end of the year, because you swept them. So yeah. Number 11, got the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're 6-2 now, with them down from a 10 last week. Yes, they won, but it's against a bad Giants team. And I just didn't think that was, since it was a relatively close game, I don't think it warranted moving them up. I don't think since they still won, I don't think it warranted them moving down too much. It was also mostly just because I wanted them. I felt like the Niners, with their win, deserved to go back in the top 10. So I put the Niners back in the top 10, which meant since I didn't feel like the Steelers did good enough to move them up, move the Steelers down 1. But otherwise, good on Steelers going to win. Number 10, got the San Fran 49ers. They're falling 4 now, moved them up 1 spot from 11 last week. They beat the Cowboys. They're 30-24. Like I said, the Cowboys have won earlier. It wasn't that close. It's just Cowboys got some points in garbage time, like they see a lot. Yeah, good and Niners getting the win. See Toronto Tennis come back this upcoming week. Obviously, except for the year, and hopefully we'll see him when Christian McCaffrey eventually comes back. We'll see if Debo can stay healthy. You can see he's been doing some injuries this year. We'll see if Kittle can stay healthy. It seems like all other top weapons are dealing with injuries this year. Their defense isn't the greatest. But yeah, either way, good Niners getting the win. Number 9, got the Minnesota Vikings. They're 5-2 now, moving down from 6 last week. They lost to the Rams 30-20. Like I said the Rams earlier, they missed the obvious face mask call that. I'm not saying the Vikings would have won the game because they were down 8, but they could have had a chance. You never know. Like they could have drove down, got a touchdown, got a 2-point conversion, and then got an overtime, and who knows what happens from there. But yeah, like their defense these past 2 weeks, it's not looked as good as it did the first 5 games. So yeah. Number 8, got the Houston. Oh, sorry, Vikings. Jackson's coming back this week. Sounds like. So see, that should make their offense even a little more scary because offense, like they've had some bad playing calling at times, but their offense has not been the issue for the most part. Yeah, number 8 got the Houston Texans, 6-2 now. Moved them down from one spot from 7 last week. Yes, they won. I was on the last. They barely beat, but not to the hook into a good Colts team by a field goal versus the Commanders. Yes, they won on last second Hail Mary, but it was against a team I think is better in the Bears versus than the Colts. So yeah, that's why I meant the Commanders up with the Texans. It was close though, and also partially. Let's see what happens with Diggs. He did suffer a non-contact leg injury, which usually isn't good. I'm not. Don't. We'll see what the announce is. I haven't found anything on what it is yet. Yeah, non-contact leg injuries usually aren't good. But yeah, either way, go to the Texans being 6-2. Number 7, got the Washington Commanders. They're 6-2 now as well. Moved them up from 9 last week. They got last second Hail Mary against the Bears. Like Shane Daniels looked good after rib injury, which like rib injuries suck. I haven't had any, but what I've heard, the rib injuries suck. They got the Commanders going to win. Still have the division lead over the Eagles, which is going to be close. But hey, as long as one of the Eagles or Commanders win the division, they'll keep up the streak of one to only no team winning the division NFC East multiple years in a row. For I don't remember last time that happened, but it's been around almost 20 years, I think. So yeah, I got the Commanders going to win. Number 6, you got the Philadelphia Eagles, 5-2 now. I moved them up from 8 last week. They beat the Bengals, so good on them getting the win. Yeah, just good on the Eagles. Like they blew out the Bengals pretty much. Again, they've gotten all pretty much all the weapons now kind at this point. So yeah, on the Eagles. So yeah, that's it for this slide. Let's go to the top 5. Number 5, got the Baltimore Ravens. They're 5-3 now. I moved them down from 1 last week. Like yeah, I moved them down 4 spots, but just partially just because all the teams, all our teams in top 5 all won. Most of them against decent teams. And there's is you lost to a bad team. So yeah, a game you should have definitely won. But yeah, either way, Ravens are still 5-3. So yeah. Number 4, got the Green Bay Packers. They're 6-2 now. I moved them down from 3 last week. So again, I'm getting the win. But let's see, in our last second field goal against the bad team in the Jags. So yeah, and then we'll see if George Love ends up playing this week. But hey, Malik Lewis has looked fine when he's had to play, but when Malik Lewis has had to play, he hasn't had to play a team like the Detroit Lions, and that's who they play this week. So we'll see. Like that's gonna be the true test for the Packers. Like how they lost the Vikings, they lost the Vikings and lost to the Eagles. Like how they do against a really good looking Lions team. So we'll see. Number 3, got the Buffalo Bills. They're 6-2 now. Moved them up from 5 last week. They blew out the Seahawks. They gun them. This seems like they're one of those teams where they blow out bad teams more often than not. Then they lose or get blown out by great teams more often than that. But see, either way, good on them getting the big win. You're easily unless you have a downfall second half of the year, you're winning this division because there's even with Dolphins getting a little more healthy, they're still not looking that good. Like they still lost a not that great Cardinals team. So yeah, number 2, got the last undefeated team, the Kansas City Chiefs. They're 7-0 now, with them up from 4 last week. Their defense is looking good. Like Mahomes still isn't doing a ton, but hey, you're still one. Man, like now we have another week of DeAndre Hopkins learning the playbook because he hasn't been at the team that long. But either way, getting a win against. So yeah, like good you. Number 1, got a really good looking Detroit Lions team. They're 6-1 now, with them up 1 spot from 2 last week. So yeah, you just absolutely demolished the Titans this week, 52-14. Like they said, Titans thing earlier, that's what happens sometimes when you have a complete team playing top of their game, facing a team that's just not that good / tanking in the Titans. So yeah, good Lions. Previous week to beat a still decent. Like the Vikings have lost in a row, but they're still looking good. So yeah, but yeah, good Lions. So yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you have a good one.